What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday mornings US time, so definitely come through and say hello. I wanted to talk about, for the purposes of this video, where we are at and where we are tracking for the next airdrop, which is confirmed to be a legendary summoner, since that is those are the only airdrops left. And from what we know so far, that is planned to be the life legendary summoner. I believe the name is Grandmaster Wrath. And we have some eye candy, but no stats or any other information up until this point. So we just crossed the 250,000 mark within this kind of million set that we're trying to sell through. Once we get to 9 million, once we get to 9 million, we will unlock the next airdrop. And at that point, everybody will be able to claim their Grandmaster Wrath or Life Legendary Summoner. So being 1/4 of the way through, I was checking back through the dates, and I'm recording this on April 23rd. And Carnage Titan was actually released on March 21st. So it has been over a month. And if, we can just round it out to about a month between us getting from 8 million to 8.25 million. Meaning that if we extrapolate this out a couple of months, and we stay at this pace, we probably are not going to see this airdrop or us reaching this threshold until late July, because that's about 3 months out. And so, if we extrapolate this out further, that means Chaos Legion, if we go at this rate, Chaos Legion is not going to sell it for another two plus years at this point. So I don't think there's actually any value in the long term of this, right? Extrapolating it out in the long term, because a lot can change. And I think that is well beyond the timeline that the team was planning. And I believe that there are going to be a lot of other potential catalysts that come through. But looking at this on the short term, I know it's going to be difficult for some people to hear, but I think this is actually correct. I don't know that we will see the Life Legendary Summoner until that time, like mid to late summer, maybe even August, really. Now, the reason for this is because of the fact, there's a couple different things here. But when we look at, I guess, the reasons why. So before we get into the reasons why we won't get it until later, let's actually look at why we may get things earlier. What are the potential catalysts for pack sales? So really the only thing, or the only two things that pop out right now are, one, people think that there's going to be some mad drive to, go and buy packs once we get the Life Legendary Summoner stats. So if they were to release that within the next week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, then there would be this mad rush in, as people will say, oh, I need to have that card, especially if the stats are good. Now, that could bump it up a little bit. I don't know how significant it will be, but it could bump it up a little bit. But I'm going to try to refute that in a moment. The other thing is that, I feel like the community is somewhat tapped out. So people are saying that if the marketing efforts work and if there's a rush in of new players, then we could have, pack sales just kind of skyrocket the same way that they did last summer when Untamed and Dice sold out. So that being said, that is always a possibility. Although looking at where the current market is right now, where Bitcoin is, and just, the broad crypto and P2E markets, as well as there's still global conflict, there's still heavy inflation, like just the entire world economy at this point. I don't know that many people are going to be aping into anything right now. Sure, we might get some new players, but there's not this mad rush and like, what is the next hot item? A lot of people are looking at risk-off assets, and so crypto is definitely not one, and crypto gaming is not even on many people's minds. So, with that being the case, and those two being the only, positive catalysts, to me, that doesn't, it doesn't sell me on the idea that we're going to see this any sooner. Like, of course, anything can happen, but I just don't see those as being, major catalysts. Now, on the flip side, just to start off with, who are the people that have the most capital, who have the most money in this game, right? It's going to be your OGs. It's going to be the people that bought a lot of assets and are getting a ton of airdrops, whether that's SPS or vouchers. And it's going to be your whales. And they're done buying, at least from what it seems like, right? Many of the top players already have thousands, maybe tens of thousands of packs. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how many that some accounts have bought. But I don't think that they're rushing to buy anymore. Sure, they might come in and buy, a couple hundred, couple thousand more if the legendary summoner stats look good. But for the most part, I would say that they are going to be sitting on the sidelines, or, and this is my second point, they're going to be spending their money on the other areas and other opportunities that come up within the space. And by space, I mean still Splinterlands. I mean, there's nodes coming. There's potentially another promo card coming. There's Rift Watchers coming. And I know that they're saying that they want to get Rift Watchers out by Q3, which would be July, right? So if they, let's even push this to, July is the first month of Q3. Let's say they push it to even April, right? Or sorry, not April, but August, which would be mid-July at that point. I would assume that there's going to be some kind of pre-sale, the same way that they did with Chaos Legion. I don't know if it'll go for a whole month. I don't know what all the details of it will be, but I would assume there would be something in there leading up to it that would maybe filter into July, unless they push Rift Watchers all the way to September, and then at that point, the pre-sale only starts in August, which could be the case considering that the end of the airdrop is in July, or towards the end of July. So maybe they don't want to have too many things going on that'll shake up the economy. But bringing this back to the main point that I was talking about is that with all of these different things coming up, the main players in the game, and by main players, I mean like the heavy hitters, the big wallets, they have bought all the Chaos Legion packs that they want. So right now, if I was them, if I was one of the people that was looking at this and that had all that money, I would be thinking, yeah, I want to reserve some for nodes. I want to reserve some for this potential promo card that comes out. I want to reserve some for Rift Watchers, maybe buying vouchers in anticipation for Rift Watchers so that I can go full whale mode on Rift Watchers when that comes out. So what is my main point with this? My main point is that a lot of the money has already been spent. So this is going to continue as a trickle really until new players come in, because for the smaller players like myself and for many others who are just starting out or watch this channel, I mean, I'm not buying packs. I'm not a whale, but I'm not buying packs. Like I'm focused on buying single cards off the market. Now, if the announcement sounds pretty good, sure. Am I going to buy in a couple more packs? Probably. I'll probably top up to get whatever the next threshold will be. But I'm not going to be coming in and buying thousands or tens of thousands of packs. That's just not, I'm not in a position to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out, where is this money coming from? Where is this excitement and hype coming from? And it's really going to be from new players. Again, new players can come in, but with the way that the global macro markets are, with the way the crypto market is, and PTE gaming specifically, I don't see that happening in the next couple of months. Everybody's expecting Bitcoin to make some other major run up, or maybe DeFi to have this huge summer, which can happen. And obviously I'm hopeful. I want that to happen because that just brings a lot of excitement and energy and interest into the space. But with the way things have been going, I don't know that I necessarily see that at this point in time, which makes me believe, to bring this all the way back, which makes me believe that we will probably keep up a similar pace to this and not see the airdrop until sometime in July. Maybe we get it a little bit earlier. Maybe there's a little bump in pack sales once they release the stats, which obviously is not going to be in July. I'm hoping that they release it in either May or June at this point. That will get people excited about it. But, until they do that, we really don't know. And a lot of the other big money in the space is going to be going to node license sales when those come live, the potential promo card, if that's going to happen in the next 3 months, and then Rift Watchers if people are starting to stack for Rift Watchers. So just something to think about. But for everybody who's thinking we're going to get this a lot sooner, I'm just trying to be realistic with you. If I'm missing something, if I'm not looking at it the right way, definitely let me know what your perspective is and what your thoughts are in the comments below. But as of now, I'm thinking we are not going to see this until mid to late July. And as I have been saying, I'm totally okay with that. Obviously, yes, I do want the Legendary Summoner. I want to be competitive, but I have not even I'm not even remotely close to maxing out my Chaos Legion deck yet, and I want some time to do that. Right now, I am in maxing out the rewards cards mode, which is, I talked about it in a previous video that I posted just a couple of days ago, and so I'm focusing on that. And once I'm done, then they're going to drop new rewards cards, and I'll focus on maxing out those rewards cards. But Chaos Legion is definitely a big priority for me once those are done. And so and then obviously Rift Watcher is going to be another one. So like right now, I'm just going in buying singles off the market, really trying to build up my deck in an organic way and start to stretch into diamond if I can. I don't even have a maxed out gold deck. So, buying packs is the last thing on my mind, and I don't mind waiting a bit for, I don't want the crazy euphoria and FOMO and for prices to rise, because for me, I'm able to kind of dollar cost average into investing in my own deck, right? So not cards to rent out, not, investment things, but just actually in the cards that I play with every single day. So that's all I have in this video for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we can continue the conversation there. If you think I am overshooting it, undershooting it, definitely want to hear from you, and we'll go from there. So have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.